Today we're talking with Buntara Long, co-owner of Path Donuts, as most of you know, and just gonna do a short interview on how it was coming up, growing up in business, and where he's heading next.
Thank you, Kolton, for having me. Okay, well, my name is Bun. Nice to meet everybody.
So, Buntara, being so young in the business world, how did that kind of shape and mold you? What were some big things you
Man,
learned?
being young in the business world was obviously difficult, man. We really didn't have an option whenever we came over from Cambodia to really have a typical childhood for me. You know, my parents were poor, we grew up poor, so it was just more of the fact of like we got into the necessity of doing donuts because we were able to, have a job.
Right.
You know, my parents didn't really know a lot of English, so I had to be there with them to help guide them and at least translate the little English that I did know.
Right.
So it was difficult, having to, go through a lot of that as a child.
And what were some of the biggest lessons in that?
The biggest lesson in that was one, learning how to have some work ethic. Two, the consistency of having to go in every single day to learn those things. And three, just, getting a little taste of what the real world is really like.
Right. Because I say it pretty often now is somebody's got to make the donuts because somebody's got to wake up earlier than everybody else that already wakes up early and put in that work consistently. It's day in and day out, and it's every day, and that is,
it is very difficult, man, because anybody in the hospitality industry, restaurant industry, food industry understands how difficult that is.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter how much prep work you do beforehand, it is very difficult to continue to create a good product day in and day out.
Right.
Because it's not like the music industry or, the entertainment industry where you can record something, put a lot of work into it for a couple of years and still have a finished product and people can continue to watch it or listen to it in the future. With the food industry or the hospitality industry, it doesn't matter how well you did last year.
Every day.
Restarts every single day. Right.
Wow. So now transitioning that right into your teenage years and still being in the business world, how was that?
Being a teenager was difficult. Being in the business world, because as a kid you just wanted to do normal things that other kids were able to do.
Right.
Like go out to have a sleepover or have the weekends off or be able to go to out of town with some friends or whatever it is. We didn't get that privilege.
Right.
I wasn't able to do those things in my teens, but I was able to do it more as an adult.
Right.
So it was definitely difficult because you constantly have to ask those questions to your parents, your family members, the people that you're with. Is like, why can't I just be a normal kid?
Right.
But I'm so blessed that I didn't have that upbringing because of the fact that I was able to learn the work ethics. I was able to do those things at a younger age. I was able to, do accounting. I was able to do marketing. I was able to, meet with lawyers and stuff like that, at 14 instead of being an older adult. So learning those things and having to get to dabble with those things, it made you grow up a lot faster.
Wow. So then you went to college at U of H, and then you came back and began implementing things you knew. How was that kind of transition to that?
That was also a difficult thing because college really teaches you how to structure your business, how to streamline it, how to make it more efficient, how to brand your business. And it was very difficult because I have a family business that never required all those things. Our motto was make good food and just word of mouth.
Yeah.
My parents didn't understand anything about marketing. They didn't understand anything about, advertisement. They didn't understand. They didn't see the necessity in it. They didn't see the necessity of having to brand your business out to be able to have something look uniformed, or just getting onto the online platforms earlier on. It was it was an uphill battle for me and my brother to kind of do those things.
Okay.
But learning those things in college and bringing it over to the business, it really taught us and was able to kind of get us out of that mom and pop, just business.
Yeah.
Now we are, we're brandable. We have something more of a uniform. We have items that are streamlined. We make our decorations look pretty similar, so you don't feel like it's too different. But also at the same time, not too streamlined where everything looks exactly the same.
Right.
Yeah, we want to tweak it up a little bit.
So, and then I know you are opening the new location, which everybody's excited about. What are some of the biggest things that you're excited for that, and how that's gonna?
The biggest things that I'm excited for this next location for us is to be able to be more efficient, to be able to make certain items at this location and shipped out to the other locations to help our processes, to help with our, labor problems, to help with our quality control problems. And I'm excited for this next business because if we can get this right, if we can get it going correctly, I think it will be a good thing for our community, man. Because like I said, I don't want to be a restaurateur or a business owner that has hundreds of locations, thousands of locations all over. I want to keep it here. I want to stay here in Montgomery County. I want to, I grew up here and I love it here, and I all my friends are here, my families are here, and I'm excited to see and be a part of this community to continue to grow with it. And I'm super excited. If everything goes well, hopefully this next project will be done by May of 2025.
Okay.
I don't expect it to go, according to plan.
Yeah.
And so I'm anticipating maybe August of 2025.
You're planning a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, is there any little secret you'd like to give about the new location, or?
I don't think there's any really secret to it.
You're kind of telling me something about some kolaches. Or...
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be able to streamline and make more heartier kolaches.
Okay.
At the end of the day, most of our food base is kind of the same, right? A pizza, a burger, a taco, a Pop-Tart, whatever it is, whatever we as Americans love to eat.
Right.
I can do that same thing with the kolache, right? I want to implement more protein into our kolaches. I want to be able to do like brisket kolaches or pizza kolaches or, something, Kolache Factory has done a good job with this, but I want to be able to start doing stuff like that too. And I'm excited to add those things and implement those things into our new business, and hopefully, we'll have more Pats around here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I speak for the whole community when I say we're super excited for it, and it's awesome.
Thank you, Kolton. Thanks for always having me.
Yeah. What's one piece of advice that you would give to young entrepreneurs?
The piece of advice that I give any entrepreneur is really think about if you want to do it, because it's not a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
It's 24 hours, 365. Like you're always on call. There's always something going on.
Wearing every hat.
Every single hat. You're not just the owner of the business.
Yeah.
You are the cashier. You're the baker. You're the accountant. You're the marketer. You're the entrepreneur. You're the manager and you're the owner all at the same time. So, it's a lot to do with it. And I'm pretty sure you've seen memes going around as like, oh, I wanted to quit my 9-to-5 job and now I work 365. Like,
exactly.
So it's really true. Like, sometimes that work-life balance is important, and sometimes that work-life balance is more important than the money that comes along with it.
Absolutely.
But if you do have the stomach to withstand all that and really go a couple years without really making a profit, it is rewarding. It really is rewarding, because now you can't be fired from your job. Right? You're not under someone's thumb now. You're not somebody that can just be disposed of. Right? So that's one advice I want to give. Another advice I want to give to younger entrepreneurs is, if not now, when? Yeah. Because it doesn't matter if you're 40, 45, 50. Like, if you don't start, you're gonna have to start somewhere. Yeah. And if you don't do it now, then there's nothing worse, in my opinion, than regret at the end of your life. Being too old to be able to do it.